Hey, thanks for joining me for this week's video update. You've been hearing the word disciple a lot lately, and if you've been part of our Sunday services or our Midweek Connect, especially you've heard it. And I want to make sure that you know how we intentionally serve families and children so that they can become disciples of Jesus too. You know, each week our children's ministry helps children find out who Jesus is and how much he loves them and values them and how they can love him back. Well, over the next 2 weeks, you're going to see at least 2 of our children make their commitment to him through baptism. But our ministry to children doesn't stop there. Our goal is to help people, including children, become disciples of Jesus who help others become disciples of Jesus. So each year we take advantage of the opportunities that we have in the last 3 months of the year to reach into the lives of children and their families. We help MCC families make the commitment to raise their children in a home that honors Jesus through our family dedication. And you're going to hear more about that event that comes in November. You'll hear more about it next week. You're also going to hear about our opportunity to reach into the lives of children in our community during Christmas through our Angel Tree. And you'll learn more about both of those through our Church Center app if you go there now. But next week is one of our biggest opportunities to influence our MCC children and children in our community. It's through Trunk or Treat. Listen, I realize it may sound audacious to say that Trunk or Treat is the event that brings more people onto our campus than any other event all year. More people than our Christmas Eve services. More people than our Easter services. People in our community recognize that our Trunk or Treat is a safe and fun place for their children, and they get candy. So for the last several years, our Trunk or Treat has grown. And maybe you remember in 2020 when we accidentally created a traffic jam in Miamisburg, which I still feel bad about in a good way. But listen, we don't do this just to get a lot of people on our campus or just to sugar up our children. We do this so we can communicate with families who do not yet know Jesus, that because he loves them, we do too. Listen, this is a disciple-making opportunity in many ways. One is by helping people not just hear about the love of Jesus, but to experience it through the generosity of both time and money, which is, decorating trunks and handing out candy. They also experience it by how we treat them as they move through our campus, from the parking lot to the line to the trunks to our lobby where they can use the restrooms and get some hot chocolate. And here's the thing. It takes all of us to pull off something of this magnitude. Let that sink in, all of us. I want to say a huge thank you to those who have and will contribute candy to this effort. As you can imagine, those of us who host trunks do our best to provide for this, but that is a lot of candy. Your donations definitely help us succeed. And it's not just the families who are our guests. As a disciple, you can invest in someone who is learning to follow Jesus by inviting them to participate with you. Together, you and your guests can be part of our setup team, or together you and your friend can host a trunk. You can serve in our lobby. You can help our cleanup team. The operative word, however, when it comes to discipleship is together. Hey, right now we have 29 trunks registered. We'd love to have a total of 50. You can make that happen. We also need more people to serve on campus as setup, lobby help, cleanup. Our community is watching. Be part of how they see Jesus through Trunk or Treat. All right, so let's get ready for this Sunday. This week we begin a series about Job called Life is Hard, God is Good. He lived about 4,500 years ago, and the book of Job is one of the earliest, if not the earliest, book written in the Bible. He predated Moses, who wrote the first 5 books of the Bible. Now you may be wondering why I'm telling you that. I'm telling you that because I want you to recognize that the first divinely inspired book written deals with humanity's age-long mystery. Why do good people suffer? Listen, some things never change. There comes a time in every life, just like in Job's, when you'll wonder the same thing. It's as if all hell has broken loose in your life, suddenly and unexpectedly. It happens to all of us, and no one is exempt. One way or another, tragedy strikes every life, and then the doubts set in. Questions like, why is this happening to me? Or what have I done to deserve this? Or God, what's wrong with me? Or don't you still love me? I want to warn you now, there will be lessons in this series that you will not want to hear. We will likely read verses that will raise more questions than they answer. Some painful memories from your life may come rising to the surface as we look at his life. But it's my hope that God will speak to you through his word so that you can be equipped for when very difficult times come your way. So this week we begin his story. Hey, whether you're online or on campus, I'm looking forward to seeing you.